Imagine a time long ago. The year is 1182. In the bustling town of Assisi, Italy, a man named Giovanni di Pietro Bernardone, a wealthy cloth merchant, and his wife Pica welcomed their son into the world. This child, later known as Francis, grew up surrounded by the comforts of a privileged life. His father envisioned a future for him filled with worldly success. However, young Francis felt a different calling stirring within him. Francis enjoyed a carefree youth, indulging in the pleasures afforded by his family's wealth. He was known for his charm, his love for fine clothes, and his aspirations of knighthood. He dreamed of adventure, of glory on the battlefield. Little did he know a far greater adventure awaited him, one that would transform his life and leave an indelible mark on the world. Francis's early life, though comfortable, was not without its share of conflict. He yearned for something more meaningful than the pursuit of riches and status. He felt a growing disconnect between the opulence of his upbringing and the suffering he witnessed around him. These stirrings in his heart hinted at the profound transformation that was to come. As a child, Francis was known for his playful spirit and infectious laughter. He was a beloved figure among his peers, always ready to lead a game or share a story. His mother, Pica, played a significant role in his early education, instilling in him a love for learning and a deep sense of compassion. From his father, he learned the intricacies of the cloth trade, witnessing firsthand the art of negotiation and the value of hard work. Religion was also a cornerstone of his upbringing. Regular attendance at church services and the teachings of the clergy left a lasting impression on young Francis. The vibrant culture of Assisi, with its festivals and communal gatherings, further enriched his early years, providing a tapestry of experiences that shaped his worldview. The allure of knighthood, with its tales of bravery and honor, captivated his imagination. He often dreamed of joining their ranks, seeking glory and recognition. Yet, amidst these dreams of grandeur, there was a persistent whisper in his heart, urging him to seek a higher purpose. The sight of the poor and destitute in the streets of Assisi deeply moved him. He couldn't ignore the stark contrast between his life of privilege and their daily struggles. In his moments of prayer, he sought guidance and clarity, yearning to understand the true path he was meant to follow. It was this inner conflict, this battle between worldly desires and spiritual calling, that set the stage for the remarkable journey that lay ahead. And so, with a heart full of questions and a spirit ready for adventure, Francis embarked on a journey that would not only change his life, but also leave an enduring legacy for generations to come. As Francis matured, his carefree spirit began to give way to a profound sense of restlessness. The allure of wealth and status faded, replaced by a growing concern for the poor and the sick. This internal conflict reached a head when Assisi engaged in a war with the neighboring city of Perugia. Francis, eager to prove his valor, joined the ranks of Assisi's soldiers. The war proved to be a turning point in Francis's life. Captured in battle and imprisoned for nearly a year, he endured hardship and witnessed firsthand the brutality of war. During his imprisonment, Francis experienced a profound spiritual awakening. He was visited by vivid dreams and visions, guiding him towards a life dedicated to God. Upon his release, Francis returned to Assisi a changed man. He felt a powerful call to renounce his former life of luxury and embrace a life of poverty and service. His transformation was so radical, so unexpected, that it shocked and dismayed his family and friends, yet Francis was undeterred. He had found his true calling. Francis's transformation was immediate and radical. He was once a young man of wealth and privilege, living a life of comfort and ease, but a profound spiritual awakening changed everything for him. He renounced his inheritance, much to his father's dismay, and dedicated himself to a life of poverty and service. This decision was not made lightly. It was a testament to his deep commitment to his newfound faith and his desire to live in accordance with the teachings of Christ. He embraced the poor and the outcast, seeing in them the face of Christ. Francis believed that true wealth was found not in material possessions, but in the love and compassion one showed to others. He sought out those who were shunned by society, offering them not just charity, but dignity and respect. His actions, considered radical at the time, challenged the social norms and inspired many to reconsider their own relationship with wealth and poverty. In a society where status and riches were highly valued, Francis's choice to live in poverty was both shocking and thought-provoking. It forced people to question their own values and the true meaning of a fulfilling life. One day, while praying in the dilapidated church of San Damiano, Francis heard a voice emanating from the crucifix, urging him to repair my church. This moment was a turning point in his life, a divine call that he could not ignore. Taking this command literally, Francis began to rebuild the crumbling church with his own hands. He saw this task as a sacred duty, a way to physically manifest his spiritual commitment. His efforts were not just about bricks and mortar, but about restoring faith and hope in the hearts of the people. He saw the dilapidated church as a symbol of a faith in need of renewal, a call to rebuild not just physical structures, but also the spiritual lives of the people. This act of rebuilding became a powerful metaphor for the renewal of the church itself, a call to return to the core values of humility, compassion, and service. Francis's actions were not met with universal approval. Many people, including those in positions of power, viewed his rejection of wealth and his embrace of the marginalized with suspicion and disdain. They saw him as a threat to the established social order. His rejection of wealth and his embrace of the marginalized were seen as signs of madness by some. They could not understand why anyone would willingly choose a life of poverty and hardship. To them, Francis's actions were irrational and even dangerous. However, his sincerity, his genuine love for the poor and the outcasts soon began to resonate with the people. They saw in him a man who truly lived his beliefs, who practiced what he preached. His actions spoke louder than words, and his example inspired others to follow in his footsteps. They recognized in him a purity of spirit, a selfless devotion to God that transcended social conventions. Francis's life became a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of faith and compassion. His legacy continues to inspire people around the world to this day, reminding us all of the importance of living a life of love, humility, and service to others. Section 4, Nature's Harmony, a Testament to God. Central to Francis's spiritual awakening was his deep connection with nature. He saw the natural world as a reflection of God's glory, a testament to the Creator's boundless love and artistry. He preached to the birds, considering them his brothers and sisters, and spoke of brother sun and sister moon, recognizing the interconnectedness of all creation. Francis's love for nature extended beyond mere appreciation. He believed that all creatures, great and small, deserved respect and compassion. He saw the harmony of nature as a model for human society, urging people to live in peace and brotherhood, just as the creatures of the forest coexisted in delicate balance. His reverence for nature was not merely a romantic notion. It was a radical departure from the prevailing worldview of his time, which often regarded the natural world as something to be exploited for human gain. Francis, however, saw the natural world as a precious gift, a source of wonder and inspiration, and a testament to the Creator's boundless love. Section 5, the Franciscan Order, Seeds of a Movement. As Francis's message of poverty, compassion, and reverence for nature resonated with the people, more and more individuals were drawn to his simple yet profound way of life. His teachings were not just words, they were a call to action, a call to live differently in a world that was often harsh and unforgiving. People from all walks of life, from the wealthy to the poor, found solace and inspiration in his message. They sought to emulate his example, to renounce worldly possessions and dedicate their lives to God and serving others. This was not an easy path. It required immense faith and commitment, yet the promise of a life filled with spiritual richness and purpose was a powerful draw. The idea of living in harmony with nature and fellow human beings was revolutionary and deeply appealing. Thus began the Franciscan Order. It started as a small group of dedicated followers, but quickly grew as more people were inspired by Francis's vision. The community became a beacon of hope and a model of how to live a life of true Christian values. In 1209, Francis traveled to Rome to seek the Pope's blessing for his fledgling community. This journey was fraught with challenges, but Francis's unwavering faith and determination saw him through. He believed that with the Pope's blessing, his movement could gain the legitimacy and support it needed to flourish. Pope Innocent III, initially skeptical, was moved by Francis's sincerity and granted him permission to establish a new religious order. This was a monumental moment, not just for Francis and his followers, but for the entire Christian world. It signaled a new way of living and practicing faith, one that was accessible to all. This marked the formal beginning of the Franciscan Order, a group that would spread Francis's message of love and compassion throughout the world. The friars traveled far and wide, bringing hope and comfort to those in need. Their work was not confined to preaching. They engaged in acts of charity, education, and community building. The Franciscan Order was founded on the principles of poverty, chastity, and obedience. These principles were not just rules to follow, but a way of life that embodied the teachings of Christ. The friars' commitment to these vows was a testament to their faith and dedication. Francis and his followers, known as friars, renounced all worldly possessions, vowing to live a life of simplicity and service. They believed that true wealth was found in spiritual fulfillment and in serving others. This radical approach to life attracted many who were disillusioned with the materialism and corruption of the time. They dedicated themselves to preaching the gospel, caring for the poor and sick, and working to build a more just and compassionate world. Their efforts laid the groundwork for a movement that would endure for centuries, influencing countless lives and leaving a lasting legacy of love, humility, and service.